Hello everybody and welcome to Not That Kind of a Channel. My name is Peter and today I will change the oil of our Land Rover Discovery 4. On my last oil change I was using this kind of oil. It is from Fuchs and it's a 5W-30 which is a really good oil because I don't have any problems. But as I saw on some other channels on YouTube, they all use the same oil. It was a C2, I think, for the Land Rover engines. They changed to an oil which has a higher viscosity, and this is the C3. And for this, I will use the 5W-30 from Castrol. It's a C3, and it has a higher viscosity, and not this low one like the C2. Recommended is a C2 for the Land Rover, so I will use this one because I hope the engine on this one lasts forever. But as you all know, there are several problems with broken crankshafts or stuff like that, and yeah, I think it's really necessary to have a good oil in this engine and change the oil as often as you could. In my case, I will change it 10,000 kilometers to get the best out of it. Yeah. And the first step I will do is I will lift up the car as high as possible, then get some stands under the car, and then I will dismantle my skid plate, and then I will show you where to unscrew the screw for the oil sump. Yeah. So the first step we lifted up the car, and now in my case I have this module from Matech 4x4, as I already said in another video, and this module has a cool feature. You can put your air suspension in a service mode. Means it prevents the air suspension from getting down. And now I will do this, but the first thing I'm gonna do is I put my air suspension in service mode, so it's prevented from getting down. But for you, because I don't think you have this module installed, I will show you how you can do this easily. And that is, you have to open the hood and remove the fuse for the air suspension, and so you will prevent the air suspension from getting down. So, as I said before, there is the fuse box. First we remove the cover for the battery and for the fuse box. And there's the fuse box, and in this box there is a fuse for the air suspension. There you can see there's a 60 amp fuse for the air suspension. Hope you can see this. And this one we will remove to prevent the air suspension from getting down. So that was how to remove the fuse. Okay, that's it from this side, and now we will get our stands under the car and then remove our skid plate. So now we have to remove this plate. This plate is fixed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. And then you can access the screw for draining the oil. So here. So for draining the oil, I made this special tool, as you see, because the problem is the plug for draining the oil is on this side, so, and about I think 10 centimeters or maybe 8 centimeters away there is the frame from the car. So if we unplug the drain screw and get it away, the oil will hit this frame, and then it will splashes all over, and all of your floor is full with oil. So I used this canister, cut it out to get it in, and then unscrew it, and the oil can drain therein and then run down in this one. And yeah, and so you don't have a mess on your floor. So Okay, so the next step is we will unplug the screw and let the oil out of the car. So let's go over here, get the cap off, and now I will show you how this will look like down here.
So here is the screw for the oil sump. You can unscrew this one, and then the oil will get out. So, and what I said before is the oil will hit this frame over here, and if it hits this one, yeah, as I said before, you will have a mess on your floor. And so I constructed this canister and prevent the oil from getting all over your floor. So I'm gonna try. Be very careful. So now it's opened, and now I get my canister under here. So when it's open, you have to do two things. You have to hold your canister and then getting it up over this here, so the oil can flush in and run out and downstairs. So, okay, we'll hold the canister up, let it in. Okay, as you see, this is what happens when you don't have this canister. So it's good to have this one.
So now, while the oil is draining out, we remove our oil filter. This one is a man filter. You can buy this on eBay, Amazon, or on your favorite car dealer. I think on Amazon this will cost you about 15 euros, and it's really easy to remove. You get the oil filter with this O-ring, which you also need, but I will show you this in a second. So, and the tool you need to dismantle this is a 32mm nut, and yeah. And over here you will find the oil filter. This one is the oil filter. This is the housing of the oil filter. And now we will remove this one. So yeah. I think now under there it will drain a little bit more oil out. So move away these tubes and get the oil filter up. So this one is the oil filter. You can see it. I have to say the oil is nearly 10,000 kilometers old, and yeah, it's really dark. Now there is more oil coming out of the car. You see here. Okay, we have to wait till the oil is completely drained out. So yeah, let's get a coffee and then move on. We filled the old oil in this canister here, and I had a look at the oil, but God bless, I didn't find anything in the oil. So it looks that the engine is okay, so there are no particles of metal or something in the oil. And yeah, and now I will get the oil filter out and check the oil filter. So maybe there are some metal pieces in there. I don't hope to find anything, but yeah, I have a look at the filter. Really check it carefully. Can't see anything in there, so really looks good. Yeah. Okay, so I would say let's get the new oil filter in and fill up the car with the new oil. Okay, so where's the new oil filter? Oh, it's over there, so let's go. Just give me a second. We'll clean up the filter housing and remove the old O-ring, which is over here. So get the old O-ring away. So please don't forget to get the new O-ring on when you put this back in place, and put a little bit of oil in the filter when we assemble it. So, but enough for talking, let's go over there and get the oil filter in. So this is the new one. Get the O-ring, put the O-ring over. Have a look at it. It seats well. Then get the new oil filter. There is no direction in which you have to place this one, so only take it, put it in, and you will hear a cluck, I think. Yeah, and now you see it's in. Okay, and for that we will move the oil filter back in. So get it back in place and tighten it with your hands first, and then with the be careful because it's plastic, and so here on this side, here you can see how far you have to go, because the O-ring sits down a little bit higher or lower, and as you hear, you press it in. I saw in the handbook, it should be tightened with 20 newtons, I think. Give it a little bit, so we see it. Yeah, and that's it. We'll get our cover back on. So the cover is fixed on this knobs here, or on this 1, 2, 3 over here, and get it back on. And then press it on until you hear it clicking, and get it back in place. So, and now we'll fill in our new oil. As I saw before, it should be 5 liter, 5.5 liter. But for the first time I will only put in 5 liters, and then I will drive around with the car, heating it up a little bit, and then let it stand for 10 minutes, and then I will check the oil, the filling level of the oil. But I think it should be about 5 liters or something like that. Yeah. So get our new oil and fill it in. Then, oh, we should open this. So, and now the mess is cleaned, and we have now added exactly 5 liters of oil. And yeah, I would say we will start up the engine, let it run for a while, and then check the oil level or the filling of the oil level, and if it's too low, we added another half liter or something like that. But I think it will fits very well, and I will show you how, if you don't know how to check your oil level, because on this car it's I don't know who constructed this, but why you have to run the engine for 10 minutes, get it warm, and then let it stand there for 10 minutes, and then you can check the oil level. I mean, a normal oil measurement would be too easy for this car, I think. So yeah, but as I said, let's run the engine and have a look how high the oil level is. So now I let the engine run for about 10 minutes or something like that. And after that I waited 10 minutes, and then I'll show you my oil filling lever. Just give me a second. Okay. Then we go to, I hope you can see this, then we go to the service menu down here, and then we have the oil filling lever, and as we see, it's perfect, it's okay. Yeah, and that's it. So after checking the oil lever, we have to get our fuse back in. If you remember, this was the 60 amp fuse over here, so we have to get it back in place, put everything together, and yeah, that's it. So everyone, this was it with how to change the oil on your Discovery 4. It's not very difficult, but it's a mess, and you have to be sure that the oil is getting not all on your floor. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you do so, please give me a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And after all, guys, have fun and have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.